Hey sippers, welcome back to the hottest gossip channel. If you're new here, go ahead, like this video, hit the notification bell because we're gonna get into a juicy topic with Nicki Minaj's sister Ming Lee. So we did some investigation, right? And we saw that Ming Lee was hospitalized because she posted a video on her TikTok. Okay? And a lot of people were concerned as to why is, Ming in the hospital. It doesn't look serious, Probably she was there for a minor injury or something minor. Okay, but she looks fine. But a lot of people be saying, Nicki is so busy on, Twitter dragging this person, being so messy and shady with probably Cardi B, Jay-Z, and all the other ops she has. But why isn't she being a helpful sister? People were saying, oh, Ming Lee's in the projects, living in the projects, honey. Nicki, you need to help your sister. And Nicki was basically saying before, her talent is her talent, and basically she's not subjected to help someone who is basically malicious, because Nicki's sister Ming Lee, she did a podcast. She did a podcast basically to talk about her relationship with Nicki Minaj. And Nicki was like, if you say you love me, why is you going on podcast to say, you have this type of problem and you have that type of problem with me? So Ming was basically saying, Nicki's my sister, but she and I aren't really close. Probably Nicki doesn't communicate as much with Ming Lee. They share the same dad. However, the relationship between the two is not good because Ming Lee allegedly implied that Nicki, sometimes go off at her. And Ming Lee's like, I spend most of my life, trying to please my sister to make she realize that I'm worthy. I'm actually a good person. I can do this. I can do that. And that really made me a bit sad because, why do you need to prove to Nicki Minaj that, you're this and you're that? Why are you trying to please your sister? I don't think Nicki should be a person where, she give that impression, that her little sister must be so pleasing to her. So I really have a lot of questions based off what Ming Lee said. That really made me feel really sad for Ming Lee. She's young and obviously she has a talent because she wants to rap. She wants to do music. And Nicki's like, what's mine is mine. If you want to do music, you go out there and do your music. You don't need me to help you if you're naturally talented at something. And I definitely agree with Nicki Minaj there because, some people in this industry, they think they're so entitled because if you can rap, right? Why do you need me to help you to reach to your pinnacle of success? The same way I had to work my way up is the same way you should do it. Not because you're my sister. I definitely understand where Nicki was coming with when she said that. However, if it's true that Ming Lee's still living in the projects, that I don't agree with. Like, that's your little sister. Please, that's your flesh and blood. That's your sister. You got to help your sister. Time is so scary. And if your sister's in the projects, probably you could motivate your sister, hey, you can try and get this job or that job, because I don't want you in the projects. Or, hey, come stay with me for a 2-month and get your feet up, But I'm so happy Ming Lee doing Fashion Nova, jobs and stuff like that. She's a brand ambassador for Fashion Nova. I love that for her. I hope she keeps climbing. I really see something special about this girl. She's very beautiful and I hope she takes music very seriously. I hope it's not because she's still insisting on pleasing her sister, because girl, you're grown. You don't need to please nobody but yourself. Do what you think is best for you. Do what you're good at. Don't be forcing yourself into a niche that you don't belong to. Some people would say, oh, she has so many tattoos. This girl is so forced ripe. Oh my God. Nicki, come get your sister. I'm never going to judge a woman because she has tattoos. I mean, that's the least. You can't judge someone, because they have ink on their skin. They're still a human being. And I think this girl is very beautiful. I just think, it has something to do with self-esteem issues. Sometimes you don't feel acceptive of people. You think you need to do something to be accepted, to be accepting. And I feel like that speaks volume about someone's self-esteem. First you got to discover what is so great about you. And when you discover that you have something so special about yourself, because everyone has something special about themselves. Some people, they just don't really know because they don't really spend time to understand the type of person they are. And I feel like once you do, you realize you don't owe it to nobody to impress someone. Impress yourself, and your journey in life will just get so beautiful because you love yourself, you have self-confidence, and you don't need someone to tell you for you to know. So I feel like Ming Lee should definitely work on that. And I still loved the way how she clapped back on Jason Lee. Because she said Jason Lee was talking about, oh, Nicki Minaj's sister did this and that. Basically talking about her and being messy because, of course, we all know Jason Lee. I mean, it's not shocking. He's the messy king. And Ming Lee was clapping back at him like, if you're going to mention me by Ming Lee. Don't be saying Nicki Minaj is a little sister. That's disrespectful. And you're trying to be messy. If you're going to address me as Ming Lee, Nicki's sister. Don't be saying Nicki little sister. Say my name, boo. Say my name. Word to Beyonce. Like, Ming Lee definitely gathered him all the way up. And I was super there for it. I feel like at the end of the day, I hope Nicki and her sister could come to a mutual understanding to have a good relationship because, they lost their dad. So I think Nicki should be there for her sister in some way, to give her words of wisdom and comfort her sister because her sister's so young. Probably, her sister needs a relationship with a relative. Of course, Ming Lee has a mom, but it's sometimes good to have another relative that you could talk to. Probably Nicki's running from the feeling of being used. Nicki is very wealthy, and probably she has been in experiences where people tried to, scam her, take money from her just to use her. Probably Nicki sees that in Ming Lee, and she's just trying to avoid it. But at the end of the day, Nicki, that's your sister. Ming Lee, that's your sister. You gotta, be there for your sister. If it's not money-wise, just for some emotional support. She's young. Don't let your sister crash out, boo. Be there for the little girl. I know she's an adult. I know she should fend for herself, but sometimes we need a hug. Sometimes we need someone to talk to us. Sometimes we need people to give us a pat on the shoulder. It doesn't really take much to do that. But anywho, let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. Like this video, hit the notification bell, support our merch, honey. Follow us on Instagram at SipsLoudTVNet. Listen, you are free to DM us. We love chat, obviously. From the tone of my voice, I could talk all day. DM me. Let us chat, okay? In the club, we all fam. Like this video, and thank you for sipping with us.